Good morning, students. Welcome to the world of business studies. From today, we are going to start chapter number 4, business studies, and this is first part of that chapter. Now, let's start with the concept and meaning of business service. Students, indirectly, we have already discussed the meaning of business services in chapter number 1 while we were discussing about commerce, trade, and auxiliaries to trade. In that only we have discussed that all those services which helps primary and secondary industries to run very smoothly is known as the business services. The same definition helps over here also because these are those services which helps primary and secondary industries to run very smoothly, as well as the existence of the primary and secondary industries purely depends on business services. If we take the example, then the agriculture produces which are there in the village area, let's say the cotton, the farmers who have grown the cotton in their farm is useless if it doesn't reaches to the industries, that is cotton textile industries. Villages are the main source of the primary products. City area, town area are the main sources for the secondary products. These are located at the far away distances. So whatever the cotton produces lying in a village area should reach to the cotton textile industries in the urban area. Then that can be converted into the cotton clothes. So this thing where the goods or the produces produced in village area reaches to the cotton textile in the urban area, that is the facility of a service. That particular service is the business services of transportation and communication. So, in this way, business services helps primary and secondary industries to run very smoothly. In addition to this, whenever there is a shifting of goods from one place to another place, there is a risk of high, low, or moderate loss in transit. This risk can be avoided with the help of insurance, which is again an example of business services. Now, if we discuss about the goods which are being produced in the industries or in the production houses, must known to the other part of the country, other part of the world, so that customers from the different part of the world can also come to know about your product. Now, this thing is with the help of again business services, that is the advertising. Advertising provides the information regarding the goods and services produced by the producer. So they are using that product because on the basis of one survey, 90% of the goods or services which you are using it today, you are not using it because you need it. You are using it because you have seen it. That is what the power of advertisement. Likewise, other services are also there which helps the primary and secondary sector to run very smoothly. And all these services are considered as business services. These business services are also known as auxiliaries to trade and tertiary sector. So we will discuss The types of business services to trade and commerce can be explained in the different slides, and in coming slides we will discuss about all the types of business services in detail. Now, before we go for the types of business services in detail, let's watch this video so that we can come to know about what exactly business services does. Now let's get idea about the types of business services in detail. Let's discuss about the types of auxiliaries to trade. First, transportation and communication, banking and finance, insurance, warehouse, and advertisement. In this, sequence doesn't matter. You can jumble the sequence as this is not a process. These are simple points. Now let's discuss about all these auxiliaries to trade in one by one in detail. The first one, that is transportation and communication. Students, if you will look around, you will find out that there are many goods and services which are used by you and by the societies in Rajkot which are not produced in the local market. When I say about the local market, it means I'm talking that most of the goods and services which are consumed by you today is not produced in the Rajkot. Most of the goods and services which you are producing is produced somewhere at a distant place. If we take certain examples, then the cars, the bikes, the different products which we are using as a luxurious product, that is a cosmetic products, even there are certain examples of the stationery items or many other things which you are using in your daily life. Now, it means the goods and services which you are using today, it is not produced at the same area of the consumption. These are being produced at a particular place and being used as a different place. If we take the example of the assembled toys, then for the assembled toys are produced somewhere in the China, Hong Kong, but that product is available even in India. Certain international companies product, there is Nike, Adidas, Rolex, there are many companies which are located somewhere else, but the products are available at your doorstep. This is because of the transportation services. Why? Because the goods which are produced somewhere else and are being used at a different place, so it becomes very necessary that goods should reach to the place of consumption from the place of production, and this facility is provided by the transportation only. It provides the service of movement of goods and services from one place to another place. The example which we have taken in a previous slide of the farmers and the industry, that farmers has to supply the groundnut to the edible oil industry, so they need the transportation. In the same manner, the industry owner has to supply this edible oil to the consumers. So for that reason also, they require the transportation. In this way, transportation removes the hindrance of place. With transportation, communication also plays a vital role. See, now in absence of communication, how the different parties will come to know that who is in need of which product. If you want to purchase any product, then first of all, you purchase it through online or any other platform. Then first of all, you make the order for that, you places the order for that. This placing of order through the different ways of communication is the part of this transportation and communication. In fact, transportation is the result of communication. Like industrialist places the order of groundnut to the farmers, so the farmers makes these goods available to the industrialist through the transportation. So we can say that transportation is the result of communication. Banking and finance is the second and next most important type of auxiliaries to trade. Students, each and every big business organization needs finance to meet their financial requirement. Whether it is a large scale, small scale, or mid scale industries, they require the finance, and this finance requirement is to meet their day to day requirement, to continue the production process, and to sustain in a market for a longer period of time by competing their competitors. For all these activities, these businessmen and traders frequently require the finance. Now, in most of the cases, businessmen and traders manages the finance facility, the requirement of the finance by himself or herself. But every time it may not be possible for the owners of the business and traders that they can manage the finance by his or her own funds. In this situation, they need the services of the banking and finance so that they can continue their business or they can sustain in the market for a longer period of time. Businessmen and traders require finance for a various purpose and for a different period of time. This banking and finance provides the financial facility to the businessmen and traders for short term, long term, and mid term finance at affordable rates. Students, as this banking and finance removes the problem of finance of the business and trade, it is considered as the one of the important service in business field. In this way, banking and finance removes the hindrance of finance. Hindrance, that is the obstacle. Let's discuss about the insurance. Students, the first type of auxiliaries to trade, that is transportation and communication, that tells us that there is a need of movement of goods and services from the place of production to the place of consumption. Now, whenever there is a shifting of goods from one place to another, it is possible that it will result in huge or moderate risk. It is not at all compulsory that each and every shifting of the movement of a goods from one place to another place will definitely result in risk. But there are chances of a certain risk. Now, let's take one example that you are the exporter of automobile product and there is a great demand of your product in the Dubai. Now, you are exporting your cars through sea route and in one of your consignment in which there were 100 cars you were exporting to the Dubai through sea route. Now, that car, that consignment, that itself was of 550 crore rupees. Now, what happens if something goes wrong in the way and ship sunk? Then, in this situation, you will have to suffer heavy loss. But in this situation of the globalization, there are certain services which helps businessmen and traders in avoiding this kind of the risk. That risk is removed with the help of a different kind of the policies. So the service which helps in avoiding certain risk is considered as insurance services. In the example which we have taken for the insurance, that if something goes wrong and if you lost your all the cars due to that accident, then insurance company will give you 50 crore rupees or certain amount by which or up to that extent your risk of 50 crore rupees is reduced. So whenever there is a insurance, it will help the businessman or a trader to avoid the certain risk or to reduce the risk involved in the business transactions. Insurance companies provides the insurance policies to cover the various types of the risk. As insurance is very much helpful and reduces the risk, it removes the hindrance of risk involved in business transactions. Now, students, the goods which we are consuming today is not at all necessary that the same goods are produced today itself. This may be produced at a different point of time at a distant place with the help of the different financial facilities. Now, the goods and services which are using today, which may be produced as a distant point of a time, at a different point of a time, need to be stored somewhere. Why? Because goods are being produced at a particular point of time and are being used throughout the year. So, to make us use that goods throughout the year, there is a need for someone, mainly producers and the traders, to reduce to store it somewhere. Now, if we will not store these goods, then we won't be able to use for a future period of time. So, to use these products which are produced at a particular point of time, we need to store it in a particular place. And warehouses provides this facility of storage so that we can use these products at any point of time. Students, in a way, YouTube platform can also be termed as a storage where your all teachers are storing the videos for you so that whenever you want to watch their videos, Whenever you are writing your assignments and you are in the problem or you are not clear with that idea, then you can go to the YouTube platform, run the video, use it, and clear your doubts. So in a way, this YouTube platform is also one form of warehouse. It's not actually the warehouse of the goods, that is a warehouse of the services. Now, warehouses, that doesn't perform only one activity. It provides the different facilities. It performs the different functions. Functions like grading the products, labeling the products, packaging the products, etc. are the functions which are performed by the warehouse. Now, because of the existence of the warehouses, we are able to use the product which was produced at a different point of time, and we can use it at different point of time. In this way, warehouse removes the hindrance of time. Students, next point, that is the advertisement. If you look around you, if you list out the products which you are using, then you will be surprised to know that 90% products which you are using, that you are not using because you need it, you are using it because you have seen it somewhere. I'm not talking about the type of the product, I am talking about the way and the brand which you are using. If we take a simple example, then our need is mobile phone. Our need is not the costly and advanced technology mobile phone. There are many other things which you can list out by yourself, that whatever the product or services you are using it because you have seen it. And when we discuss about seeing this thing, the first thing which comes in our mind, that is advertisement. All those goods and services which are produced by the producers, it is must for those producers that they have to inform the consumers about their goods and services. Then they will be able to purchase these goods and services. If the producers want to inform about their goods and services, then they have to give the advertisement to the consumers about the particular product, that this product is of certain type, it has a certain features, it can help you in your daily life, what are the uses of that product, what are the benefits of using those services. So this all information will be provided to the consumers through a particular medium, and that medium is advertising. This advertising provides all kind of the information to the consumers, and because of this advertisement only, consumers are able to purchase certain products. In this way, advertising removes the hindrance of information. Let's have a quick recap about what we have done. We have discussed about transportation and communication. We have discussed about the banking and finance, in which we discussed about the various type of loans and facilities provided by the banking and finance sector. We have discussed about the warehouse, where the producers or farmers can store their goods for the different purpose. Then we have discussed that all the risks which are involved in the business can be abolished, eliminated, or reduced up to the certain extent with the help of insurance sector. And then we have discussed that how the goods reaches to the consumer through the advertising, and how this information helps the consumer in buying and choosing the particular product. This all were the types of the business services. Time for assignment. An assignment for today is what removes the hindrance of time, place, trace, storage, and information. Then what is business risk? And explain types of business risk in detail. Now students, it's time to say bye-bye, goodbye. I hope I could convey what I wanted to and you all understood the topic very well. Stay home, stay safe and keep learning.